Why y'all making us seem bad like this, bro? There's a lot of shit happening. A lot of people protesting. A lot of people being stupid. A lot of people just destroying shit, bro. I've seen people burn fucking cars. I'm like, bro, why y'all doing this? Why y'all making us seem bad like this, bro? Why? And then I saw where you guys were saying Australian reporter getting pew-pewed in her leg, dude, by a rubber bullet. Which we'll get into that right now. But shout out to my boy Philly D.
ICE and LA have gone to war, with ICE reportedly starting it by using military-style force against protesters, which led to even more protesters showing up. Right yesterday, they conducted multiple sweeps around LA, which was the starting point for the clashes. With ICE wearing camouflage military tactical gear with military-style rifles, and they were riding in MRAPs. They also had their faces covered with no name tags or badge numbers. With reports saying they began throwing flashbangs, firing shotguns, shooting non-lethals at protesters, spraying pepper spray, and firing tons of tear gas. The LAPD then stepped in and declared the protest unlawful and began to disperse it. Right, and this is now the fourth city this week that ICE has encountered resistance from the people. Though it's unclear how much of the resistance is about deportations and how much of it is about ICE acting like an occupying military force. Right, and this is the MRAPs that ICE is.
Bro, I saw a video. One of my friends posted a video of a protester getting knocked down by these cops in the cops on horses, right? Let me see if I can find it. But they pushed him to the ground. They started hitting him with the baton. And bro, I don't know, they fucking made their horses kick this dude, which was very fucking whack. Like, yeah, bro, they're not giving a fuck over there right now.
Is using, they were designed for Iraq and Afghanistan, and the U.S. military actually had to change how they used them because they found that locals often saw their presence as being very oppressive and that they instigated conflict. And, you know, you're certainly seeing the same reaction here in the U.S., and the anonymity of these agents, it's only seeming to escalate it. But with that, you had the acting ICE director releasing a video today telling those criticizing ICE that he's demanding that they stop. But you also have a lot of people saying that if ICE got rid of the masks, they put their name tags back on and they dusted off the SUVs, that people would go back to ignoring them. But for now, let me know your thoughts and following.
Yeah, man. Here's a news reporter that got shot in her leg, which I don't even know why she got shot in her leg, bro. She wasn't even doing shit. She was just speaking.
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
Bro, he literally aimed at her. Y'all saw that? Look. She was just reporting. Look at this dude. Let me go back a little bit more. Look. Bro, and those rubber bullets ain't no joke, dude. Fucking crazy ass dude. Here's more news coverage.
Clashes for a second day today in Los Angeles as people protested immigration arrests in the city.
We see you for what you are, a terrorist organization.
Today, immigration officers facing protests in Paramount. Chaotic protests unfolding in Los Angeles on Friday after federal immigration agents raided 7 businesses across the city.
Our friends, neighbors, and family are being kidnapped. Our kids are scared. This is the time when
we're basically at war with our own country, bro. Have y'all seen the movie Civil War? Well, that's what's gonna happen. Watch.
we show up for them, for each other.
The Department of Homeland Security saying it executed 4 federal search warrants across 3 locations. At least 44 people were arrested in Friday's raids. Community members and lawmakers coming together today to speak out against the raids.
But what happened here in Los Angeles yesterday is not unique to Los Angeles. What happened here yesterday is happening across communities in the United States.
A tense scene outside of a clothing warehouse as a crowd tried to block agents from driving away during one of the raids. Some protesters were seen throwing objects at the vehicles. Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons today criticizing LA's mayor and the LAPD for its slow response, saying ICE agents were vastly outnumbered by the protesters. The mayor saying neither she nor the LAPD had any idea the raids were going to happen.
When ICE went in, they just took people away. And we just can't have this in our city. And it happened multiple places in the city.
This is going to happen for 30 days, dude. 30 days of this. And it's just going to get worse.
And what it does is that it sows a sense of terror throughout the community.
Those raids prompting demonstrators to gather outside of a federal building in L.A., where lawyers said those detained had been taken. LAPD officers in riot gear standing shoulder to shoulder, blocking the entrance to the building. Some tossing tear gas canisters to try to disperse the crowds. The Department of Homeland Security standing by the immigration raids in a statement saying, quote, ICE is now following the law as they always should have been.
Mind you, these people are hardworking. They're working as they're getting taken out. Not criminals, not nothing. They're just working. And also, they're trying to do it the right way. And they're still getting them at the courthouse. So fucking whack, dude.
We were at a stoplight on the other side of Paramount, right? Over there in Alondra. When out of nowhere, in the stop, immigration agents, ICE, all that came, you know. They came dressed up in all their military gear, and they stopped traffic. When they stopped traffic, we started noticing. And I told my girl, that's immigration right there. What they started doing was they went in front of a business, a negocio, and they started raiding it. They started bringing people out in vans. Once they started doing that, that's when everybody knew, you know, what was going on. And everybody was there in the traffic jam. Everybody, right? You're stuck in your car, in your vehicle. When they saw us looking at them doing all that, that's when they started throwing tear gas. Everybody was still in their vehicles.
Isn't it funny how they recently just sent in the National Guard, Trompas did, to protect LA? But what happened January 6th? Nothing, bro. They didn't deploy that shit. They didn't deploy anything. Officers died on January 6th, dude. Not that way. But whatever, go off. They just don't want us, bro. They don't want us here.
As soon as one of the tear
you said there was, who was behind you?
Behind us, there was a woman and her young daughter. She was around 13. I kept in touch with them, and as we speak, she's in the hospital because the tear gas bomb hit her right in the face. They were right behind us, taking notice that we're not there to protest. We were stuck at the light, right? But we're witnessing everything happening right in front of our eyes. The tear gas explodes. They come out crying out of their vehicle, and they can't breathe. They're literally on the ground, right? I have the video. I have the footage, right?
And so what do you and your girlfriend do at that point?
We get off, and we see everybody else getting off to record. Peacefully, we do not throw anything at them. We're not yelling at them. We're just recording what's going on because people deserve to know the truth. This is why you guys are here. This is because, you know, these things need to be documented. This is what they wanted. They wanted people to riot. They wanted the people to start.
Yo, this is literally history, dude. This is literally what little kids now are going to learn in the future. My kid, dude, my kid's 2 years old. It's literally history in the making, dude.
Fire, we wanted the
repeating
people to start
itself.
burning out. Why? Because this is the effect. So they can make us look bad. So they can make us seem that we're the ones causing this, that we started it. We didn't start this.
So you jump out of your car and you start recording. So what happens from there? Tell me what happens with your girlfriend.
As soon as we start recording, that's when they start pointing the tear gas guns, and they start shooting everything. Everything, everywhere. So we can't breathe, we can't see anything. She has her phone. One of the agents, I hear them go for the people with the phones. They went straight for my girlfriend. They ripped her out of my arms. They took her. They threw me. They threw me her phone. And I was like, where are you guys taking her? She's born here. Just like me, I'm a proud American. I'm a proud Mexican as well. But it's not fair that yesterday and the past month.
Dude, at this point, it don't even matter if you're American, dude. If you're brown, they're gonna fucking question you and detain you. Which is fucking sad. Literally, bro, you could be going to work. Oh, you're brown. Get pulled over. Question you, detain you. Bro, they literally detained a fucking U.S. veteran. I talked about this story way back, like in January. They detained a U.S. veteran. Someone that served the country just because he was brown.
El pollo is loco. El pollo